How's it going, everybody? If you own a business, or maybe you're potentially looking at starting one and you're looking into your commercial auto insurance options, then this video is for you. If you do plan on using any sort of vehicles within your business, whether that is driving to and from job sites, delivering products, or maybe you're going to be hauling trailers, or just even have your business logo on your vehicles, you definitely want to make sure that you have the right auto insurance in place. Because a lot of times people do think that having a personal auto insurance policy will cover everything, but that is definitely not the case. There are some clear differences between a commercial auto insurance policy and a personal one, and this can make a huge difference if you are ever in an accident and there's a claim situation, whether or not that claim gets paid. So today I want to go over the differences between a personal auto insurance policy and a commercial one. Thank you for stopping by. My name is Brian. I'm an independent insurance agent based here in the state of Michigan, Metro Detroit specifically, and I work with businesses on their commercial insurance programs, as well as helping families and individuals with their personal insurance, their home insurance, their auto insurance as well. My goal with this channel is to pass on a little bit of educational information to you so that you can make more informed decisions around your insurance, and then overall help answer any questions that you might have. So let's get into it. And before we get too far into the video, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, and if you find this video helpful, useful, anything like that, please feel free to like, share, pass it along with anyone else as well. So a personal auto policy here in Michigan is really going to be designed for your normal everyday use. Things like driving to and from work, running errands, just your normal everyday transportation. It's going to provide all the standard coverages, things like liability coverage. So if you are ever in an accident, a third party gets injured, there's a lawsuit that follows and they sue you, this is where liability coverage steps in. Then your personal injury protection coverage, your PIP coverage here in Michigan is very important because this is what pays for the medical expenses if you are ever injured after an auto accident. This PIP coverage is what pays for that, not your health insurance. And then there's also your standard physical damage coverages with comprehensive and collision coverage. This pays for the repairs, replacement cost after maybe your vehicle gets into an accident, it's stolen, gets damaged in a fire or by weather. And now what is not covered on a personal auto policy is going to be business use. There are very clear exclusions in personal auto policies around using a vehicle for business. So if you are transporting materials, equipment, hauling trailers, your employees are driving vehicles, or again, things like if you have a business logo on your vehicle. These are clear situations where the insurance companies will consider that vehicle being used for business. And if you get into an accident and you have a personal auto policy, it might not respond the way you expect it to. And this is especially true if you do get into a major accident, there's a major claim, because whenever the insurance company has to write a big check, they will always investigate it. And if they find that you have a personal auto policy and that vehicle was being used for business, there's a chance that claim gets denied. And now this is where commercial auto insurance comes into play. A lot of the coverages will be somewhat similar, but again, there are some major differences. The first one being that it typically comes with higher liability limits no matter what. The standard starting point is going to be $1 million for a lot of commercial auto policies here. And for a lot of businesses, this is again a great starting point. And businesses have these higher liability limits because unfortunately, they do face a greater risk of lawsuits. Unfortunately, in today's world, if a business vehicle gets into an accident, there's just a higher chance that there's a lawsuit that follows. So this is why there's almost automatically a higher liability limit to start. And then with a commercial auto policy, you will also get coverage for employees driving your vehicles. It is very important to try to keep your driver's list as accurate and up to date as possible, but this is something that you do not get on a personal auto policy. And then you also have the ability to meet certain client contract requirements. If you're a contractor, if you're a service-based business, a retail operation, distributor, whatever it may be, a lot of times you will have certain client contract requirements that have commercial auto insurance as a requirement, and you cannot meet these contract requirements with a personal auto policy. And then there's also certain optional coverages that you can add onto a commercial auto policy, like hired and non-owned auto insurance. This provides liability coverage for any personal vehicles or rented vehicles that might be used by the business. So now how exactly do you know if you need a commercial auto policy versus a personal one? I've mentioned some of them already in this video, but again, if you are hauling trailers, you have your business logo on your vehicle, any employees are going to be driving your vehicle, you're driving to or from job sites, or just you have clients that require it in their contracts. These are clear signs that you should definitely have a commercial auto policy in place and not a personal one. And all of this is very important being here in Michigan because we have unique auto insurance laws. Insurance companies will definitely take careful note of how a vehicle is being used, so it is important that you definitely have the right policy in place. Because as you can see, there are some coverage differences that can play a huge role if you are ever involved in an accident and there's a severe claim. So thank you for watching, and if you are looking for help with your commercial auto insurance or personal insurance, whatever it may be, I would love the opportunity to work with you and see if our team can help. There are a lot of ways to get a hold of me, and they should all be in the description below. Please feel free to text, call, email, fill out a contact form, whatever's easiest. And if you have any other questions about insurance, please feel free to reach out directly or leave them in the comments below. I would love to help answer those as well. So thank you again.